In France, work is really not valued much the way it is for the most part of the world. There, people never say, "What do you do?" They say, "Where did you go on your last vacation?" Isn't it sweet? But that's not the only sweet thing they have. There are thousands of other sweet things out there, and out of those, there is one that looks the cutest: Amelie. And it's not just her great moon face with her Bambi eyes or rosebud mouth with pink hamster cheeks, a gorgeous brunette hair that makes her cute. I mean, they do, but in the list. What actually makes her cute is her kiddish behavior, yet never fails to surpass much of people's maturity. What makes her cute is her smile that stretches over her face only when there is someone else to smile with. In a time when the street word is mind your own business, very seldom do we get to meet people whose happiness is in the happiness of other people. We have always felt that a state of happiness is induced when we receive something, when we get or gain something. To be happy by giving it away is to be asked to live by killing yourself. But that's not true, at least not for Amelie. The French movie The Fabulous Life of Amelie is a craft of beauty soaked with human disinterestedness. Movies have been of great influence since its genesis, but there are few those not just influence us but inspire us as well to bring it into action, and Amelie certainly is one of those. Amelie lived in solitude for most of her childhood, deprived of parental love and companion, retreats to her imagination to give her the joy that every kid needs. And when that joy for imagination slowly fades away with her gradual encounter with the reality as she grows up, she starts to crave for it. And only then she decides to pursue a completely different activity to give her that hit of joy, to be amused of the world as it was in her tender imagination. And therefore she becomes a regular do-gooder, helping people, giving them joy, making them smile, sometimes giving them justice in her own mischievous way. It's in the acts of compassion, it's in lending a hand, it is in being generous where the satisfaction lies. And I'm not saying this because I'm an optimist. These are scientifically proven facts. The neurobiology of helping others states that acts of compassion, acts of kindness, when we volunteer with our own volition to serve other people, we get a biological reward. Our brain secretes pleasure chemicals. It drugs us into bliss, and this is known as helper's high, the positive emotional state some people experience after providing help to others. And maybe this gives us the backdrop of Amelie's world. I mean, now do we get to know where is such an immense amount of generosity coming from? I know it's with good intention and propriety. I'm not doubting her integrity towards her service, but knowing the exact brain game of the helper, we get to feel her in a better way. By acting out of kindness and compassion, we help ourselves as much as the other person. And maybe this could be an incentive for all of us to extend our hands to other people when in need of help. Amelie, in all her tenderness and benevolence, helps herself to get into a state of bliss, to forget her own misery and sorrows. The love that was never requited to her by her too early gone mother and way too reticent father is now making its way towards her in the form of blessings of other people. And do we know that it's only when we dare to see the sufferings around us that we realize how fortunate we are? No matter how bad of a condition you are in, but there are those who are at worse. And when you take a step forward to support them, you don't just feel privileged, you also get to feel a deeper level of well-being and joyful, fulfilled life like Amelie's.